Well, now to a major development into the investigation of that shooting. The BCA says the FBI is shutting them out, essentially keeping them away from evidence and witness interviews necessary to complete a thorough and independent investigation. Gordon Severson brings us more on what all of this means. Gordon?
Julie, well, yesterday morning, everyone was on the same page. The BCA, the FBI, the Hennepin County Attorney's Office, and the U.S. Attorney's Office all agreed that state and federal investigators would be working together on this case. But now the BCA says the U.S. Attorney's Office changed its mind. They don't say why the change was made, only that the FBI would essentially be taking over the case. Looking through our video, we can see FBI agents and BCA agents working together, collecting evidence, taking pictures, even going door to door to interview witnesses. During a press conference Wednesday afternoon, elected officials and law enforcement leaders say they were assured that local and federal investigators were working together.
It needs to be done on a local level. With all due respect to the federal level, we do need to make sure that our local agencies are involved.
That's why Hennepin County Sheriff DeWanna Witt was surprised Thursday morning, saying it's, quote, deeply concerning that the BCA is no longer working on the case.
I was extremely disappointed.
Tom Heffelfinger is a former U.S. attorney from Minnesota who was appointed by 2 Republican presidents. He says the federal government taking over the investigation sets a dangerous precedent, and it's not a good look when many are already critical of the federal government's recent actions.
Is there a reason why they would want to remove the state element from it other than control?
Not that I can think of. It does not make the investigation faster. It doesn't make it more transparent. It doesn't make it better.
Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty says her office is trying to find another way to conduct a local investigation. But Heffelfinger says an investigation at this point would be extremely challenging without the cooperation of the federal government.
For example, if Mary Moriarty wanted to interview any one of the federal agents who was at that scene, she's going to have to get the approval and the assistance of Homeland Security, which are the very people that are now doing this themselves.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says Minnesota authorities don't have any jurisdiction when it comes to this investigation. I also did reach out to the U.S. Attorney's Office to understand why the feds are shutting out local investigators, but I have not received a reply at this time.
All right, we'll keep trying to learn more. Thank you, Gordon.